Welcome back to Move with Nicole. Today I have a 30-minute stretch routine for you designed to help increase flexibility and allow you to feel good in your body. So when you're ready to get started, roll out your mat and let's begin. Let's start today's class in a child's pose. With your knees nice and wide, sit your hips back and stretch your arms forward. Allow your forehead to rest heavy into the mat. And just take this time to bring your awareness into your breath. Taking nice deep inhales and exhales. Then on your next inhale, shift your weight forward to your hands and your knees, arch your spine, look up. Then exhale, round your spine and press back to your child's pose. Keep going. Inhale as you shift forward, roll your shoulders back, arch your spine. Exhale as you round and push back. Let's do 2 more. Moving with your breath here, gently warming up your spine. And last one. Beautiful. Shift forward to your hands and your knees again, and this time gently walk your hands forward to the top of your mat and lower your chest down to the floor. Rotate your arms outwards, bring your hands together in prayer, and bend your elbows if that feels good for you. Keeping your hips nice and high, allow your chest to melt closer down towards your mat. Feeling a beautiful opening through your heart and through your shoulders. Then release your hands back down and carefully walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Curl your toes under and press back to your downward facing dog. Keeping a soft bend through your knees for your first downward dog. Really lengthen through your spine, press through your shoulders, and then press your heels down towards the floor, straightening your legs. Take nice deep breaths here. Then on your next inhale, ripple your spine forward to your high plank. Exhale, bend your knees and press back to down dog. And again, inhale as you ripple forward. Exhale as you push back. Just 2 more. And 1 more. This should feel so good. Beautiful. Let's walk our feet forward now in between our hands, keeping a soft bend through your knees. Allow the tops of your hands to rest on the mat and just let your body hang here, releasing any tension through your lower back. Maybe swaying side to side if that feels good for you. Then place your hands back on the mat. Inhale, reach your left arm up, bending your left knee, keeping your right leg straight. And then switch sides. Inhale, reach your right arm up, bending your right knee, straightening your left. Exhale, back through center. Just 2 more. And last one. Good job. Roll all the way up to standing now, vertebra by vertebra. Then inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. On your exhale, lower your right arm down and stretch your left arm over, feeling a nice stretch through the left side of your body. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, lower your left arm, stretch your right arm over. Then inhale, back through center. Exhale, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Inhale, open through your heart center. Then exhale, bend your knees and dive over your legs, allowing your hands to fall back behind you. And if it feels good for you, maybe straighten your legs at this point, keeping your hips stacked over your ankles, shifting your weight forward to the balls of your feet, and just breathe. Then carefully release your hands down to the mat. Step your feet back, coming into your plank position. Lower your knees and then lower yourself all the way down to the front side of your body. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, coming up into your cobra pose. Take a nice big inhale, then exhale, lower yourself down. Inhale, press yourself up and press back into your downward facing dog. Let's extend our right leg up to the ceiling. Then open your right hip and bend your knee, feeling a nice opening through your right hip. Try to keep your shoulders and your chest square to the mat if you can. Then turn your hips through center, extend your leg, and step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your back knee, uncurl your toes. Inhale, open your chest. Then exhale, shift your hips back, straighten your front leg, and fold over your leg. And again, inhale, shift your hips forward, bend your right knee. Exhale, press back. Just 2 more, moving with your breath. And last one. Now hold with your front leg straight and let's take an extra deep breath here in this stretch. Feeling a nice release through the back of your right leg. Then shift your hips forward, and this time inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer and let's twist over our right leg. Really press your hands together, feeling a nice twist through your spine. And if it feels good for you, curl your left toes under and pick up your left knee, coming into a deeper stretch. Take a nice big inhale and exhale, set your knee down, come through center, bring your hands to the floor and step back to your plank. Inhale to prepare, exhale chaturanga, inhale upward facing dog, and exhale press back to your downward facing dog. Let's take that to the other side. So extend your left leg up to the ceiling, open your left hip and bend your left knee, making sure to keep your shoulders and your chest as square to the floor as you can. Then square off your hips, extend your leg and step your left foot forward in between your hands. Drop your right knee, uncurl your toes, inhale, open through your chest, and exhale, press back, straightening your left leg. And again, inhale as you shift your hips forward, exhale as you press back. 2 more. Making sure to flex your left foot as you shift your hips back. Last one. Beautiful. Let's hold with our left leg straight, staying in this stretch for an extra deep breath. Then shift your hips forward, bending your left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to prayer and twist over your left knee. Really press your palms together, finding length through your spine. And if it feels good for you, curl your back toes under and lift your right knee off the floor. Try to stay as lifted through your belly button as you can. Beautiful. Lower your back knee, Reach your arms up towards the ceiling and then take your hands down to the floor. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Well done. Let's step our right foot forward now to the outside edge of our mat. Keeping your back knee lifted, allow your hips to melt closer down towards the mat. Either stay up on your hands or come down onto your elbows for a deeper stretch. Feel free to rock forward and back here, doing whatever feels good for your body at this point. Then press back up onto your hands, drop your left knee, uncurl your toes. Make sure that your right toes are turned out, and on your inhale, press your right knee away from you with your right hand, finding a nice twist through your spine. And if it feels good for you, you can reach back for your left foot and carefully draw your left heel closer towards your left glute. Wherever you are in this stretch, just try to relax and take deep breaths. Then release your left foot, bring your hands back down onto the mat. Curl your left toes under, pick up your back knee, and then walk that right foot back into parallel. Turn over your left shoulder and come into a side lunge. Make sure that your right knee and your right toes are turned out. Either keep your hands on the floor or bring your hands to prayer. Really pressing your right elbow into the inside of your right leg, staying as lifted through your chest as you can. Stay here or extend your right arm out and lift your left arm up towards the ceiling. Gazing up towards your left fingertips. Then carefully release. And let's shift back on to our glutes. From here, allow your right knee to fall inwards and your right foot is just outside your right hip. Keep your left leg extended, flex your foot. Sitting up nice and tall, inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, hinge forward. Keep internally rotating your thighs in towards each other here. This is a bit of a funny stretch, so if this doesn't feel good for your right knee, feel free to extend it out and just fold over both straight legs. Take nice deep breaths. Then carefully roll up. Keep your legs in the same position. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. And on your inhale, lift your hips up. Really squeezing your glutes, pressing through your shoulders. Take one last big inhale. Then exhale, set your hips down. Well done. Release your right leg out, cross your legs, and come onto your hands and your knees. Step back into your plank, and then press back into your downward facing dog. Let's do the same thing on the other side. So step your left foot forward to the outside edge of your mat. Stay lifted through your back knee and allow your hips to melt closer towards the floor. Come down onto your forearms if that feels good for you. And maybe take a few little rocks forward and back. This is a really great stretch for our hips. Then press back up onto your hands, drop your right knee, uncurl your toes. Make sure your left toes are pointed outwards, and then press your left hand into your left knee, allowing your left knee to fall open as you find a beautiful twist. Stay here or reach back for your right foot and carefully draw your right heel closer in towards your glutes. Really breathe into this stretch, trying to stay as relaxed as you can. Then carefully release. Take your hands back down to the mat. Let's curl our back toes under, lift your back knee, and heel toe your left foot back to center. Then turn over your right shoulder and come into your side lunge on your left leg. So make sure your left knee and your left toes are turned out, right leg is straight, and your right foot is flexed. Keeping your hands on the floor, or bring your hands to prayer, really lifting through your chest, pressing your left knee out with your left arm. Stay here, or take your left hand to the floor and reach your right arm up to the ceiling. Gazing up towards your right fingertips. Beautiful job. Let's carefully sit back onto our glutes now. Allow your left knee to fall inwards, keeping your left foot to the outside of your glutes. Straighten your right leg, flex your foot. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, hinge forward. Remember, if this position doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can extend your left leg out just like your right and fold over your legs. Wherever you are, take deep breaths. Then carefully roll up, keeping your legs where they are. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and lift your hips up, finding a nice opening through your chest. Maybe let your head fall back. Take one last big inhale, and exhale, set your hips back down. Beautiful job. Release your left leg, cross your legs, and let's come forward into a plank position. Take a nice inhale, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful job, everyone. Okay, extend your right leg up to the ceiling, open your hip and bend your knee again, just like what we did earlier in class. This time, very carefully shift your weight forward onto your hands and flip your dog, allowing your right foot to fall onto the mat. Reach your right arm by your ear, coming into your wild thing. And then carefully lower your hips back down to the mat. Inhale, press through your left hand, lift your hips, finding your wild thing. And exhale, lower your hips down. Just 2 more. Flowing with your breath here. And last one. Hold your hips lifted. Stay here for one extra breath. And then carefully bring your right hand back down onto the mat and extend your right leg up to the ceiling, finding your 3-legged dog. Then shift forward and let's take our right leg forward into a pigeon pose. Make sure your hips are square to the floor. Inhale, take a nice deep breath. Then exhale, allow your chest to melt down towards the mat. Inhale, lift your chest, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, melt forward. Just 2 more. Making sure to keep your right foot flexed to protect your knee. And last one. Beautiful. Now stay here in this pigeon pose stretch, or if you want to join me, you can bend your left knee and reach back with your left hand for your left foot and carefully draw your heel in towards your glute. trying to keep your chest square to the front of your mat if you can. And if you want to take this further, you can hook your left foot into your left elbow and reach your right arm overhead, seeing if you can grab a hold of your left fingertips, coming into your mermaid stretch. This is a challenging one, so don't worry if you can't do this pose today. Over time, you'll be able to. Beautiful. Carefully release and shift your weight onto your right glute and swing your left leg around in front of your right. Either stay here, crossing your right arm over your left knee, coming into a beautiful seated twist. Or if you want to join me for a little extra challenge, bring your chest back through center, hold on to the outside of your left foot with your right hand, and extend your leg forward, sitting up as tall as you can. And then if it feels good for you, see if you can twist over your left shoulder, bringing your left fingertips to the mat behind you. Take nice deep breaths here, whichever option you are doing. Then carefully come back through center and swing that left leg back around into your pigeon pose. Curl your toes under and press back into your downward facing dog. Let's switch sides. So extend your left leg up towards the ceiling, bend your knee and open your hip. Then let's come into our wild thing. So shift your weight forward, allow your left foot to fall behind you and reach your left arm up to the ceiling. Then carefully lower your hips down to the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, return to your wild thing. Exhale as you lower. Keep going. Inhale as you lift. And exhale, lower. One more. Stay in your wild thing for one extra deep breath, lifting through your chest a little bit more. Then carefully set your left hand back down to the mat and extend your left leg up to the ceiling, finding your three-legged dog. Let's bring our left leg forward now into our pigeon pose. Make sure your hips are nice and square and your left foot is flexed. Inhale, lift your chest, and exhale, melt your chest forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, melt. Breathing into this hip opening stretch. Last one. Beautiful. Now either stay here or bend your right knee and reach back for your right foot with your right hand, carefully drawing your heel closer towards your glute as you keep your chest as square to the front of your mat if you can. Now if you tried mermaid pose on the other side, maybe you want to give it a go on this side too. So hook your right foot in your right elbow and then reach your left arm over, seeing if you can reach for your fingertips. Really opening through your left shoulder, opening through your chest. Take deep breaths. Just do what you can today. Then carefully release. Shift your weight onto your left glute and swing your right leg around. Either stay here, reaching your left arm across your right knee, finding your beautiful seated twist. Or if you'd like to join me, come back through center, hold on to the outside edge of your right foot with your left hand and stretch your right leg forward. Sitting up nice and tall first, and then twist over your right shoulder, bringing your right fingertips down to the mat. Take nice deep breaths here. Then bring your chest back through center and swing your right leg back around into your pigeon pose. Curl your toes under and press back to downward facing dog. Let's take one final last flow. So inhale, ripple your spine forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, lower your knees and press back into a well-deserved child's pose. Then ripple your spine up to a high kneeling position. Make sure your knees are hip distance apart. Then inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, place your hands on your lower back with your fingertips pointed upwards. On your next inhale, shift your hips forward, gently lean back, opening through your heart center. And if this feels good for you, maybe you'd like to reach back for the heels of your feet, coming into a deeper heart opening stretch. Keep shifting your hips forward as you expand through your chest. Then to come out of this pose, return your hands back to your lower back for support and lift your chest back up. Beautiful. Let's sit our hips back onto our heels for a moment, just to allow our spine to reset. Take a nice deep breath. And then bring your hands forward, finding your child's pose. Really allow your body to melt here. Then walk your hands over to the right, feeling a beautiful stretch through the left side of your body. Then carefully walk them over to the left, feeling a nice stretch through the right side of your body now. Then walk your hands back through center and ripple your spine up to seated. Shift your weight onto your glutes and bring your legs out in front of you. Flex your feet. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, hinge forward, reaching towards your toes. On every inhale, find a little extra length through your spine. And on every exhale, breathe a little deeper into this forward fold. Then carefully roll your spine up and let's roll down all the way to our backs. Cross your right knee over your left. Bring your arms out to the side and drop your knees to the left as you look over your right shoulder. Feel free to close your eyes. Then come back through center and switch legs. Cross your left leg over your right. Drop your legs to the right and look over your left shoulder. Then come back through center, hug your knees in towards your chest, and let's take happy baby pose, holding on to the outside edges of your feet. Carefully draw your knees closer towards your armpits, keeping your shoulders down and back. Feeling a really nice release for your hip flexors. Then carefully release, hug your knees in one last time. Then set your feet down, allow your knees to fall open, keeping the soles of your feet together. Close your eyes and place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Allow your body to completely relax and melt into the ground below. And take this time to think of 3 things that you are grateful for today. Feel free to stay in this moment of stillness for as long as you need, but if you're ready to finish, stretch your arms overhead, roll onto one side, and press yourself up to seated. Finding a comfortable cross-legged position on your mat, inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling, and exhale, lower your hands down to prayer. One more. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up, and exhale, lower your hands down in front of your heart. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope you enjoyed today's 30-minute stretch routine.